Good evening, fight fans. This is Brave Council, and tonight we're going to be breaking down the Lineal Heavyweight Championship fight between Tyson Fury and Tom Schwarz, due to take place tonight, June 15th, Las Vegas, Nevada, the MGM Grand. First of all, a quick time check then. London, United Kingdom, this fight's going to be taking place around 0400 in the morning, Berlin 0500, Washington DC 2300, Los Angeles 2000, and Austin, Texas 2200, guys. So the bookies then, of course, British bookmaker here, William Hill. Tyson Fury, a massive favourite, 1-20 on. A draw, 33-1. And a Tom Schwarz victory, 9-1, guys. So obviously Tyson Fury here, a huge favourite. Of course, yes, the king has returned. Tyson Fury still thinks he's the rightful heir to all the heavyweight titles, particularly after that fantastic fight in Los Angeles against Deontay Wilder in the new year. It was a particularly impressive performance from Fury. Many think that he won the fight on points, got knocked down twice, but got straight back up again in that incredible fight in the last round of the fight, guys. Deontay Wilder gave it everything he got. Everyone thought that the guy was stone cold knocked out. He got straight back up again, made the count, and was back on his feet, and some say even came out swinging and dominating that last round. So moving to a tale of the tape then, guys. Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwarz. The Gypsy King, of course, 30 years old now versus a 25-year-old Tom Schwarz. 28 fights versus 24. The stats are slightly wrong here, guys, because we know that Fury has not lost a fight. He drew a fight, so that should be down here one. But all the same, the Gypsy King still not losing a fight. Tom Schwarz has won 24 out of 24 fights. And we see a knockout ratio, Fury 19, Tom Schwarz 16. Heights then, 6'9", Fury coming at a massive height, 6'9", versus Tom Schwarz, also a big guy, 6'5". And the weights, 18 stone 4 versus 17 stone 2. World titles, again, of course, it says 3 here. This is slightly wrong. Tyson Fury, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He would, of course, love to claim that he still has those belts, but of course, they were stripped from him some time ago after his problems with drugs. Of course, went to Anthony Joshua, and now sitting with Andy Ruiz after his stunning victory over Joshua just last week. Finally, a net estimated worth, Tyson Fury, of 31 million, and unsure for Tom Schwarz, but of course this will be his biggest payday to date, folks. So the weigh-in then, Tyson Fury, as you can see here, he's never going to look like a bronzed Adonis compared to some of the fighters out there, but he is looking in good shape. He's certainly been putting in the training. I don't think he's going to take Tom Schwarz lightly in any way, especially when you look at what happened to Anthony Joshua just last week from Andy Ruiz. Tom Schwarz then, also not the body beautiful particularly, but he is a massive 17 stone still, guys, 6'5". He's a big man, he looks in good shape, and I think Tyson Fury is going to be in with a good fight tonight. I know that a lot of people out there are predicting an easy victory for Fury. I am not sure, and we'll talk about that as the video goes on. So, Tom Schwarz, his record then, guys. Let's go straight into it. Okay, so we see 16 wins by knockout, 7 by decision and 1 by DQ. Pretty much all his fights either coming in the Czech Republic or Germany so far. His last victory was a TKO over Christian Krasicic, and before that Christian Lewandowski. So they're not exactly known fighters, these guys, and I think you can see from the fact that he's been fighting pretty much all in Germany that to some extent Tom Schwarz has definitely been protected in his career to date. It's a big opportunity for Tom Schwarz here tonight, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I know a lot of people, obviously the bookmakers there, predicting a massive favourite for Tyson Fury. Do you think it's actually closer than that? Do you give Tom Schwarz any better than the 9-1 that the bookmakers are setting? What do you think, guys? Moving over to Tyson Fury then, of course, we see here the last round of that great fight in Los Angeles. I personally think Tyson Fury massively outpointed Deontay Wilder. Of course, you can't take away from Deontay Wilder knocking Fury down twice, but as you can see, this is the final round of the fight, and you can see Fury still pretty lucid, even though he was smashed down to the canvas by Wilder in that fight. Going over to his professional record, then we see 19 wins by knockout and 8 by decision with 1 draw. Fury's resume a lot stronger, of course, than Tom Schwarz. I suppose we could start around about win 23 against Derek Chisora, a win there that followed up with a win over Christian Hammer, and then of course the big one where he won the belts, guys, that night at the Spirit Arena in Dusseldorf, Germany, beating Vladimir Klitschko and earning the titles and ending that huge run between the Klitschko brothers, which dominated the heavyweight division for many years. Of course, we know then that from 2015 all the way to 2018, Fury didn't fight. He went into a downward spiral of mental health problems, drug abuse, drink abuse, and he self-admitted that he was in an incredibly bad place. So we know also that he came out of that, and we see that the first 2 fights, Sefer Safiri and Francesco Pianetta, let's just say they weren't exactly fights of the century, that's for damn sure, but they were decent. It showed him the route to recovery, and then of course he earned that shot against the champion Deontay Wilder at the time at the Staples Center, Los Angeles, California. I think it's safe to say that going into that fight, Fury was the underdog. People just couldn't believe that he could have got himself back into the sort of shape where he could challenge for a world title. And I think in many ways that's why Deontay Wilder actually gave him the opportunity in the first place. He just couldn't believe it either, folks. He couldn't believe that Fury could have come back to the point where he could challenge him even, and let alone beat him. And in the eyes of many, that's exactly what he did. However, of course, Wilder did knock him down twice, and of course the overall result being a draw. And that leads us into tonight's fight then, guys. What do I think? So my pick, along with the vast majority of people out there, I'm sure, is for Tyson Fury to win the fight tonight. I don't think it will be as much of a walkover as some might think. You don't get 16 knockouts for nothing. There is always the puncher's chance. There is the chance that Tom Schwarz could knock Fury down. I think Fury does outclass Tom Schwarz in terms of fighting ability. There's no doubt about it. Anything can happen in a heavyweight boxing match. We saw that last week with Andy Ruiz knocking out Anthony Joshua. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. I'm not saying this is the same as Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Far from it, in fact. But it shows that with the right combination of fighters being in a certain place mentally, shall we say, anything can happen on the night. So my prediction then, I think this is going to be either a late stoppage by Tyson Fury in between the 8th and 12th round, or failing that, a points win decision by Tyson Fury. So going all the way to the 12th round, and I think it will be quite a wide margin if that happens, folks. I think Tyson Fury is simply too good a boxer. He showed that against Deontay Wilder and others, even Vladimir Klitschko that a couple of years ago. So he dances around some of these opponents. He makes it look easy. He's too good a boxer. If you're talking about getting knocked out, I think it's possible. Someone who's knocked 16 persons knockout, Tom Schwarz, could do it again tonight. I put the percentage chances of that at around about 10%, which is broadly in line, I suppose, with the way the bookmakers see it. So that's my thoughts on the matter. The Lineal Heavyweight Championship, Fury versus Schwarz this evening. And finally, those times once again: London 400, Berlin 500, Washington DC 2300, Los Angeles 2000, Austin, Texas 2200. It's going to be a fantastic fight, guys. The King has returned. Let's hope there aren't any slip-ups, but you never know. Cheers.